deep from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night.
We've struggled all day long. I mean, we caught a couple of sheep's head, caught a bunch of tiny snapper. Somebody lied about the weather, because when we got out here this morning, it was blowing like 20 and there was 3 to 4 footers at least. So we stopped by the bridge and I told Chad, I said, it's not even worth it right now to go catch bait. Let's go fish some of the bridges, see if we can get some sheep's head. And the tide and the wind were against each other, and it was making it tough to get anchored up because our trolling motor is still in the shop. I gotta say this, even though we've had some issues with the Minn Kota, I've got to say that after doing what we've done today, I miss it tremendously, and I know he does because he's been pulling the anchor. And I mean, thankfully we've had that anchor ball to use, and that's helped out tremendously, but God almighty, be able to get on your spot precisely. We had to wait for the tide to actually stop running because we couldn't get set up in a lot of spots. Oh, we just had another one. So it was making it very difficult. And so yes, we do have tough days. But what Chad's doing right now is he's using, well, what are you using right now?
Bait?
Yeah.
The thread fin.
Okay, whole or cut?
Whole.
Okay, he was using cut thread fins and he was doing really well with those. And then he switched to a live thread fin and he got hammered on that. But he's using the 1 ounce jig. I'm still using the Stewie jig. We caught a lot of thread fins today at one of the smaller bridges. We loaded up on thread fins, so we've got those for cut bait. We've actually got a live well full of them up front. And so we use the bait cutter to cut those up very quickly. I think I'm gonna go back to fishing though, because
Fish more, catch more.
Fish more, catch more. I'm waiting on Chad to get one, but I think his bait was bit and he didn't get a new one.
Yeah. Didn't look that mark though.
Yeah, it did. That whole one side was scaled big time. It's one thing that we've said this over and over again, but one thing that we have noticed is that oh, he got hit. I was just
Did you change the camera towards me?
He's 0 for 3 since I pulled the camera out. But what I was going to say, which it typically does happen most of the time, if the bait, yep. Oh!
Questioning my own self. I'm like, bite? No. Bite?
Typically, if the bait is hit once, they usually won't come back and hit it again, but it's like that most of the time. Yeah. But I'm going to get back and get back to fishing. Whoa. Chad's got another one.
Yeah, camera.
No. Chad and I have been struggling, to say the least, all day long. This tide and the wind were against each other. Ooh. Oh no!
That was a practice run. Just pulled the hook.
Oh no. Well, as you saw, that was a rough day for us. In the morning it was blowing 15 to 20 out of the northeast, and it was rough. It was really rough. And the problem is without our trolling motor, the tide was going one way and the wind was going the other way, and it made it extremely difficult, even at the bridges, to get set up properly and get to the areas that we wanted to fish. So we struggled quite a bit. It's amazing that just that lack of technology that we did not have that day, aka our trolling motor, it just makes it that much more difficult. So I do have I do have, I know what it's like to try to anchor up on the spots on the edges of the channel and things like that. It's very difficult. And so luckily we were able to get our trolling motor back on. We are not going to go fishing tomorrow because the winds again are going to blow 15 to 20. So we're just going to lay back and go fishing on Sunday. And I just want to say, thank you for the support. It's been, I can't begin to tell you how overwhelming it's been. People stopping by the office, people coming to the seminar. We had a seminar last week at Old Salt, and there was a ton of people there. The people at Old Salt said that was one of the biggest meetings they've had in a very long time. So thank you for coming out and enjoying the seminar. We have another one coming up February 27th. I'm going to do a short video about it, and then I'm going to announce it on our events page. So if you have time on the 27th to come out, I think it's going to be at the hangar in St. Pete. Come on out. We're going to change things up a little bit. I'm going to get a little bit more technical because I don't want to keep doing the same thing. I want people, even the people that come to my seminars religiously, which I do appreciate that, I want to do something a little bit different. I want to get a little bit more technical. So I'm going to integrate some video with it, and so everybody can see kind of better visualization of what we're trying to do out there. So if you're going out this weekend, be safe, especially if you're going out on Saturday. We're going to go out on Sunday. It's going to be, weather-wise, without the wind on Saturday, it's going to be beautiful. Sunday's going to be even better, and but a slower tide. So anyway, again, thank you, and I hope everybody has a great weekend.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.